As we get ready, as we bring our awareness back to the moment, getting ready for our practice, let's do another 5-pointed star. So to stretch out today, I like that one. We'll do it periodically. Arms out like wings, legs spread nice and wide on the mat, palms facing the heavens. As you inhale, you can begin, just spread the fingers. But you could also inhale and arch the back, breathing into the heart. And then get the toes spread a little bit, if that works for you. Just do all the work on the inhale, right? 5-pointed star. Different kind of stretching, right? You can visualize even that your physical body stretching beyond the size of this room. Give me about 3 more deep inhales as you explore 5-pointed star. Maybe stretching, visualizing stretching the whole city of Tucson, the whole state, the whole universe. And I told you the story, the meditator master who says he was meditating. He had a vision. His body filled the whole universe and fit like a glove. And that's who we are. That's exactly who we are. Wonderfully made, right? Let's release. Keep the arms out like wings, though. Stretch, bend the knees. And cross either leg over the other one. And you'll cross it in such a way if you were wearing a mini skirt. So a nice deep cross. Right, Lucille? Nice deep crossing of the legs if you had a mini skirt on. When you're ready, let's do some moving spinal twists. Exhale, lower both knees to either side of the mat. Inhale, bring it to center. Exhale, lower both knees to the other side. Check in with the breath. Make sure the breath is deep and effortless. And of course, the head moves the opposite direction. The knees are dropping. So we're going to do some new things today that we haven't done in this building before. I'm not sure if all of you will be quite comfortable. We'll be doing some squatting, so some of you may have some challenges, but do the best that you can. And give me about 4 to 6 more moving spinal twists. One side's a little awkward, right? One side you can get a good leverage on. You really can feel like you're getting a nice twist. So let's do a reclining half Lord of the Fishes, or you could call this reclining cow's face, cow's head. The one I saw was reclining half Lord of the Fishes. See if you can lift your head and shoulders off the mat and grab a hold of the feet or the ankles. No, legs are still crossed. Didn't tell you to uncross the legs, right, Jill? And then release down if you can, if you want. Just try to surrender here. If you want, you can even touch both feet to the mat or floor and just try to surrender. So this, I think, as I explore it myself for the first time, this is the 3rd time I've taught this class, little opener for the ankles, stretch for the knee, and a little stretch for the hips. But I also noticed earlier this morning as I was performing it, it's one that you want to learn surrender. It's a little uncomfortable. So it's a good teacher to just learn to relax. And give me 5 more surrendering, releasing breaths. Whenever you're ready, release out. Recross your legs the other way. Arms out like wings. When you're ready, exhale. Both knees to either side of the mat. Turn your head the opposite direction. Continue with moving spinal twists with the legs crossed the other way. And we've twisted quite a bit, so just give me 4 more. As you're breathing, you can be visualizing your reclining half Lord of the Fishes or reclining cow's head, cow's face. Whenever you're ready, you can come to center, lift your head and shoulders up off the mat, see if you can grab the feet. And you can stay up if you want, or lay back. Just find a place where you're comfortable. And then learn surrendering, trying to release and relaxing into the pose. So let me try the other side. We'll add another practitioner to our film, right? And that's me. When we finish this breathing, exploring, I'll ask you, what are your thoughts? I feel a little bit in that lower back as well. That's the way I'm crossing the legs this time. And give me about 5 more surrendering exhales. Begin to release out when you're ready. So, since we have an interactive class, always have, anybody want to chime in on what they think of that pose?
It hurts.
Lucille says it hurts. Jill says it hurts. Carol?
Hurts my arm.
Hurts her arms. Danny? You're last.
Felt it in my outer fanny.
You didn't like it?
No, I didn't particularly care.
Danny didn't particularly care for it. Creo?
I felt it in my hips. It didn't particularly hurt, but that's where I felt it.
Did you particularly care for the pose?
It's easy for me to do.
Creo wins. Didn't bother her at all, everybody else. Let's do some pelvic tilts. Pelvic tilts. Inhale, arch the back away from the mat. Knees are bent. Butt stays down. Inhale, arch just the back away from the mat. Exhale, flatten it back out. Well, I didn't get that kind of response in the other classes. Some people didn't. I didn't have anybody say they didn't like it. Few said they liked it. Others didn't have an opinion. But we'll throw it in there, and I might not bring it back. Let's bring the arms, and when you're ready, inhale, arch the back. Bring both arms overhead. Exhale, release the back. Flatten it back to the mat if you can. Release the arms back. Pelvic tilts with moving arms. Check in with the breath. So I'm reading this yoga book, Real Men Do Yoga. How we get to that relaxation response in yoga. He was speculating, thinking there were many different ways. He says the breath could be one, breathing deep in and out through the nose. Could be one of the primary reasons why we get relaxed. Deepak Chopra says when he wants to relax, he takes 10 deep victory breaths, Ujjayi breathing, yogic breaths, and he relaxes. Let's move into alternating arch pose, alternating legs. You can bring your hands to the side body now. Bring either leg up to the heavens. When you're ready, inhale, lift the butt. Exhale, lower the butt. Set that foot down. Lift the other leg. Inhale, lift the butt. Exhale, lower the butt. Continue matching the breath with the movement and also alternating the legs. Arch pose with alternating legs. You could play with spreading the toes if you want, as you go up for these last 4. As you're doing these last 2, visualize bridge pose. Last one works for me. When you're ready, see if you can find bridge pose. Bridge pose, if you remember, butt stays up. Interlace the hands underneath. Arms are straight so you can rock the shoulders side to side. That gives the chest more room to lift. Bring the feet underneath the butt and lift the groin. Space is soft. Breath comes in. If your hands are close enough to the ankles, you can grab the ankles. Pull the feet closer under the butt. Get a little higher as you explore our first back bend of the day. Back bends is something we need to do quite often to keep the spine from fusing. As we talked earlier, compression will take its toll on the spine, and many people spine fuses in the neck, losing mobility, and the lower lumbar, making it difficult to walk like they walked in their youth. Let's release and find spider pose as our counter pose to bridge pose. When you get into spider pose, spread the feet just wide enough so you can rotate the ankles 5 or 6 times in one direction. And then rotate the ankles 5 or 6 times in the other direction. And we're moving to the most enjoyable part of our practice. I know you guys really look forward to this part. Keep in mind that I have to teach 5 classes today. So I'll be doing this 10 times. You only have to do it 3. What? When you're ready, release down. Bring your hands underneath your buttocks. Right? Palms are down. And then straighten the legs. Keep the legs about 8 inches off the mat. Let's do some wide crisscrosses here. Some wide scissors. Breath comes in. No hurry here. It's going to feel uncomfortable whether you go fast or slow. But you're going to be lifting your head in a minute when I let you know, because we'll rest a certain way. We're going to rest a certain way. And that's our first rest. Look what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold this position for 2 breaths and then switch legs. So this is our little rest. It still has tension on the core or abs, but it still gives us a little rest. When you're ready, that rest is complete. Let's go back to wide scissors. Excuse me, Carol? When you're ready, boom, take a rest. 1 leg back, 1 leg forward. Carol? I'm going to show this video to the whole world, Carol. Now, those are the 2 times 5 of the 10 I'm doing. I'm hoping that you can do 1 more. When you're ready, split them up. Last one. Jill's got a big smile on her face. Let's do 4 more and then take a break. Do nothing, do nothing, and do nothing. Those were fun, huh? Well, like I said, I'll be doing 10 of those. But I love it. I eat it up. So this next sequence we haven't done in this building. The first part, yes. The second part, no. So it should be quite fun watching you. And if it's challenging, as we squat, just do the best you can. Take another 10 breaths as you visualize making your way to table pose. And you can begin that process whenever you're ready. Okay, so table pose, you're on your hands and knees, hands under the shoulders, shoulder width, knees hip width. We're going to do scorpion, and I know next class we'll go back to our cat-cow. But for now, scorpion, lift either leg straight up, head comes up too. Hold here for 3 breaths. I'm going to do the first one with you. Round the back now. You can exhale as you round the back. Try to bring that head to the knee, but don't touch the foot to the mat. Hold for 3, and that's 3 breaths. Set that side down. Other leg bends. Foot drives up. Head comes up. And then you can exhale, round the back. Round the back. This one's not as challenging as the one we did earlier in the week where we brought the arm out. So you're able to get a nice round to the back. When you're ready, set that one down. Now you're on your own. I need 4 more. All right, we're going to do 3 rounds. That was round 1. You're counting your own breaths. Hold for 3 breaths, and then round the back for 3 breaths. Get that leg up any higher, Creo? If you can. If not, no biggie. So, is that second round, Carol? Okay. After you finish your 3 rounds, push back into child's pose. Take a little break. Okay, so we're going to do routine. You could call that a little back bend, stretching and lateral bend. Then we'll move into our lunge sequence. And we'll be doing lunges and squats today. When you're ready, come back up to table pose. Step your right foot up to the hands. When you get the right foot up to the hands, leave the right foot where it is and come up to kneeling. Have a look at your right foot. See where the right big toe is. Step the right foot forward 1 foot length. And now you're in parrot. The foot flattens And see if you can get the heel off the mat. You might have stepped it a little too far forward. Give me some groin droppers here as you release the groin down. See if you can leave the groin down and find Heavenly Warrior. Interlace the fingers, pointer fingers, lay the head back. Bring in the breath as you find a nice back bend here. Breathing. This is parrot, right? That heel's up, parrot. Release the heel back down, release the arms, look down at the right foot, step the foot back to a comfortable place right under the knee. Not all the way back, to a comfortable place underneath the knee. Interlace the fingers, lay the head back. Let's stretch. As you inhale, pull the hands away from the head. As you inhale, lift out of the waist. We talked about compression, how the spine, gravity compresses it, losing energy into the systems of the body. And we're taking it back today, right? This stretching here, America doesn't do enough of. And their spines are compressing, jeopardizing their health and ability to move the body. When you're ready, release down. Bring your left arm to the thigh. Right arm overhead. Find a nice lateral bend to the left. Just taking your time, exhaling down a little bit at a time. And give me 2 more breaths. You can begin to release out. And good luck to everybody in this next sequence, even you. See if you can go ahead and bring the hands to the mat, to the left side. Rotate that bottom leg over. Curl the toe of that left foot. See if you can come here and find a nice squat with the left leg out to the side. You see where I'm at? There you go. Now sit down on that right leg. That's perfect, Lucille. Now we're waiting for Creo. I'm squatting. I didn't describe it as well as I wanted to. That's 5 breaths. Now, straighten the legs. Bring the hands underneath. Release the head. Stretch out both legs. You can rotate the feet parallel if you want.
What do you do with your head?
Head releases. This is kind of a wide angle, but we got to it from squatting. Now, squat the other way. Go to the other side. And sit down on that leg. We've never done this sequence before. We're only going 5 breaths. And then release. Come back up to wide angle. Hang here for 5 breaths as you stretch out the back of the legs. We're moving though, Jill. Walk both hands to either foot. I don't care which. Now rotate the foot so that you can get the toes lined up with each other. And then find a way to stretch that front leg. See if you can bring that leg to straight in front. If the leg isn't straight, you may elect to to move the back foot to where you feel comfortable so you can have a straight leg. Breath comes in as you play here. And then walk the hands to center as you rotate all the way to the other side. Walk the hands all the way to the other foot. Try to line up the toes. And explore stretching out the other leg. How are you going to move the feet so both legs are straight? Breath is deep. And we're only doing these in 5 breaths, so I think that's about it. Take that back knee as you bend it, set it down on the mat. Step the front foot back to child's pose. Take a break. So that was fun. I'm still having trouble with the description to getting us into that first lunge, as I haven't done that sequence, but only 3 times now. As you're visualizing here, the last 10 breaths, doing the same thing on the left side, right? But the good news today, no downward dog. No downward dog. Here we go. When you're ready, come up to table pose. Step the left foot up to the hands. When you get the left foot up to the hands and it's the ankles underneath the knee, come up to kneeling. When you come up to kneeling, look at that left big toe. Step the left foot 1 foot length ahead and then lift the heel off the mat. Heel lifts off the mat as you do a few groin drops, right? Parrot. Keep the groin down and find Heavenly Warrior. Lay the head back, interlace the fingers, pointer fingers. Breath comes in. Explore a little back bend here. Good. And if you can, you're laying the head back, right? 3. Heel is up. 4. Release back down, set the heel down. Step the left foot, Lucille, back under the knee. Step it underneath that, back under the knee. Interlace the fingers, lay the head back. Let's stretch. We talked about compression. Stretching separates the vertebrae. We're also moving synovial fluid when we move the spine the way we are. Bringing out the old synovial fluid, bringing in the new. Nourishing that spine. Give me one more inhale. And release down. Take your right hand to the right thigh. Left arm curls over. Exhale to the right to a lateral bend. And just trickling down a little bit at a time. When you're ready, release out. So let's try this again. Bring both hands down to the mat, to the right side. Let's curl the toes of that right leg and come up. Now straighten that right leg as you turn the feet into squatting on the left. That's a little better. That's a little better. So we're going to do more of this because Lucille loves these. So if I'm able to transition that easily, maybe we can work it in. This is really from moon salutations, which we're going to work into. When you're ready, come up to wide angle. Both feet in line with each other. Head is released. Stretching out both legs. And these are 5 breaths. And the good news is we won't be here long if you had some issues with the knee, the hips. When you're ready, see if you can't squat to the other side. And once you get there, you can play around a little bit, you know. And this is a 5-breather, so this will be our last one, although there are more squats coming up in this practice. Let's come back to wide angle, to the center. Legs are straight, feet can go to parallel. Now, if you remember from last time, walk your hands to either foot, I don't care which one, and then rotate the toes so they're in line with each other. And now you have a front straight leg. So I bring the back leg closer so you can straighten the front leg. One leg straight, and it's the one in front. See if you can bring that back foot forward so you can get this sucker straight. So in some ways, this is modified pyramid, depending on how far your feet are from each other. And again, we're going 5 breaths. So a little bit of gracefulness, right? Agility is needed. See if you can walk your hands to the back foot as you turn the toes again, finding the same stretch in the front leg. Good. Breathing here. Come on, Danny. There you go. Good. So, Creel, we're waiting for you. Are you on the other leg? Didn't you just do that leg? Turn the other way and do the other leg. Keep walking. This is good for you. Turn those toes. So Creel's saying I'm a nag. Turn that back foot, toes toward the front, Creel. There you go. We're all waiting for Creel. Creel's not on camera. She's over there. So Creel, I need 3 more breaths. Everybody else, come up to standing. Nothing fancy. No downward dog, no forward fold.
Downward dog's easy.
We could have come to forward fold, couldn't we? I'll think about that for the next class. Let's find our mat. Now, when you get to the mat, see if you can get your feet to the outer edges. Well, that's fine too. Bring the arms. Now, your feet are on the outer edges of the mat, so I'd bring them wider than hip. Good luck to everyone. Bring the arms here. This is our balance sequence. See if you can't sit. To flat feet. Now, you're testing here. You okay, Lucille? Whether or not this width is what you want. When you're ready, this is crow squat. Let's come back up. Now, you might have been a little too narrow with the stance. I might have been, so I'm going to go out a couple inches. When you're ready, let's come back here again and crow squat. Trying to get the flat feet. Just breathing here. Danny, what's going on with your knees?
My knee?
Okay, you're getting stronger is what's happening to you, but as you get stronger, you'll be able to work towards a squat. And let's come back up. Oh yeah. You don't feel that, do you? I'm not trying to wear you out. Bring the feet in a little bit. Bring the feet in a little bit. I think we'll be okay with our balance even though we're on the mat. This time, lift the heels and squat. Doesn't matter what you do with the arms here. Just hang on here. Your heels are lifted. And come back up. Leave the heels off the mat. Elongate. Head stays straight ahead here. We don't want to leave the head back. We could have a fall. Just try lifting out. Try to keep the heels off the mat. Now, release either arm to the side body. Exhale to a lateral bend. Heels are still off the mat. And then float the other way, right? Hand to the hip. Last one here. Exhaling to a lateral bend. Oh yeah. Release to center. Now you can set down the heels. More squats to come. What? Don't you love it?
I know.
Don't you just love it, Lucille?
Oh, I love it. Love it. Oh.
What are you doing? Taking some water?
Got lightheaded.
We're going to do it. We're going to do a we're going to do a warrior series and then we'll wind down our practice. Okay? I don't care which foot you have out front. Makes no difference to me. But go ahead and figure out where you're going to do your warrior stance. Take a moment to figure your warrior. Okay? Now, when you're ready, rotate shoulders toward that front leg. Interlace the fingers, lay the head back. Heavenly warrior. Warrior two, left fingertips out front. Look to your right, make sure both arms are in line with each other. And then back to the left fingertips, warrior two. Turn the palm of the left hand to the heavens, float it up. Take the right hand to the back leg. As you exhale, that right hand trickles down. Just 3 exhales here. Reverse warrior. And then back to warrior two. Fingertips in front. Now, release the arms. Let's go to flying warrior. As the arms come out like wings, head releases down. If your left foot is on the mat in front, you'll take the right hand to the mat. If your right hand's on the front, take the left hand. And the other arm straight up to the heavens, side angle. Bring both hands down to the mat on either side of that front foot. Turn the heel up, the back foot. When you're ready, step the back foot to the front, forward fold. Hang out and forward fold for a moment or two while you stretch out the back of the legs. When you're ready, come up to standing. Oh, yeah. Turn the corner. One more to go. How's it going? It's 70 degrees in here. Okay, I'll check it.
It's gotten hot.
I'll check it. When you're ready, I'll turn the fan on. When you're ready, step the other foot in front. Last foot. Getting ready for warrior on this side. As I check the temperature. Test your warrior. If you have your warrior stance, rotate your shoulders toward the front thigh. Interlace the fingers. Lay the head back. Heavenly warrior. Breath comes in. When you're ready, bring the fingers out front, warrior two. You'll know which ones. Flip the palms down, both palms down. Look to your other side, make sure both arms are in line with each other. And then focus, laser focus on the front fingertips, warrior two. Turn the palm of that front hand to the heavens, float it up, follow with the eyes and chin. Back hand touches the back leg. As you exhale, bring that top hand back to a back bend, right? Reverse warrior. Trickle that back hand down the leg. Give me 2 more breaths. And when you're ready, release back to warrior two. Take a moment, look at the other side, make sure both arms are in line. And then bring the arms out like wings. See if you can find flying warrior. As you release the head down, down, down. If your right foot's in front, the left hand hits the mat. If your left foot's in front, right hand hits the mat. Side angle. Looking up at the top fingertips. Breath continues. Are you looking up the fingertips? When you're ready, both hands down to the mat on either side of the front foot. Turn the heel up to the back foot. Step the back foot to forward fold. Stay in forward fold for about 5 breaths as you enjoy the benefits of inversion and also stretching out the back of the legs. Whenever you're ready, release to standing. Okay, so as we wind down, Lucille just looked at the clock. Carol looked at it too. Everybody look at the clock. Whoa, it's not even 1 yet. As we wind down, we're doing one more squat. Okay, so let's just come down to this squat. Heels are up. Lucille, you're going to be able to do half of these. Now, let's leave the fingertips on the mat and leave the heels up and try to lift the heels up as high as you can as you breathe here. You're lifting out. Now I also want you to try to flatten the hands to the mat. So we're stretching. Heels are high and you're dropping the hands down. And then come back down to a squat. This is a rest while we'll do this 3 times. But even here, still good for the knees. What we're really trying is to stretch. When you're ready, come back up. Heels are still up. Drive the heels up, coming high on the toes. Legs are straight. And then you're trying to drop the hands down, stretching at the same time. Release to squat. You could try a little crow too if you want. I'm just joking. We'll do that some other time. Last one. Come on up. Let me see how you're doing. Toes stay high. High as you can, right? With the heels, I mean. Straightening the legs. And just toy here for a moment. Whenever you're ready, you can release to squat. And leave your seat, leave your feet, take a seat. As we wind down our practice. Yeah, I know. Someone gave me that one. Easy pose. Easy pose. Cross your legs. No, this way. There you go, like Carol. Now, cross them. You might have crossed them the way you're used to crossing them all the time. I want you to recross them the way you're not used to crossing them. Yoga is about balance. We're trying to balance the body out. When you're ready, interlace the fingers. Head stays straight here. You're trying to lift out, but you can't. It's more about postural habit here. Go ahead and try to lift out, but mainly just hanging here as we strengthen the bones. Strengthen the muscles that run up and down the bones of the vertebrae. When you're ready, cross the hands to the shoulders and exhale to a lateral bend to either side. You're going to hold here a moment. Give me a couple exhales and hold as we strengthen the side body. Now release the closest hand to the floor. You can release it. Leave the other hand up and find a deeper lateral bend to that side of choice. Good. Good. When you're ready, release back to center. Both hands come back to the back. Crossing them. And then exhale to the other side. Lateral bend. You'll take about 2 exhales, trickling down, and then hold for a couple of breaths. Now release the bottom hand to the mat and find a deeper lateral bend, keeping that good hand on the shoulder. Breathing here. Looks good to me. When you're ready, release. Back out. Twisting. Take either hand to the opposite knee, right? Other hand behind you on the mat. Inhale, push the hand behind you into the mat. Sit up tall. Exhale, twist toward the back hand. I like this twist. You can relax into this one. After 2 exhales, you have a twist. But here's what I want you to do here. Nice exhales, a couple more relaxing exhales. And you might be able to find a little bit deeper twist here than you're used to from this position, as you try to relax more in this one. When you're ready, release to center and float over to the other side, finding your twist. But inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, twist the other way. Good. When you're ready, releasing out. Bring both hands in front. Oh, check that. Bring both hands on that front ankle as you sit up tall. But I also want you rocking forward as you pull that front ankle. Move your sit bones forward, right? Because that's where we're going. And when you're ready now, bring the hands to the mat in front and find Yoga Mudra. Head releases. Breath comes in as you fold forward in Yoga Mudra. And of course, I haven't said it before, but you all seem to be crawling those fingers forward a little bit at a time. And we'll make our way in a moment to a chest expanding counter pose as you begin to release out. So how are we going to counter that one, Danny? Hands behind you, fingers pointing away. Walk far enough back so you can arch the back, open the heart, lay the head back, and the breath comes in. As you inhale, arch the back. As you inhale, breathe into the thoracic cavity, the heart. As you inhale or exhale, see if you can lay that head back a little bit more. And give me at least 3 more breaths. When you're ready, you can begin to release out. And now let's have a little bit of fun. Let's find a shoulder stand. Give me the feet. Oh. Now you want to try it against the wall? Very good. So breathing here in shoulder stand, the queen of all inversion. There's your pituitary gland, your hypothalamus, pineal gland enjoying inversion of the brain, and also all the organs moving down, improving the functionality of the organs. Let's play with some scissors if you want. You can kick one leg down toward the floor. One leg stays up. After several breaths, you can switch the other way. So we're doing a little modified plow pose. You also can bring the feet up to the heavens, spread the legs out in wide angle. Breath continues. Very nice. I remember when you guys, some of you, couldn't stay up that long. And now let's go to a full plow. See if you can get the feet touching the floor behind you. Both feet, maybe. Isn't that amazing? Just amazing what yoga has done for your body. And just think, as we're reading this book, Real Men Do Yoga. Some of these guys want to do yoga the rest of their life. All of America should be doing yoga their whole lives. When you're ready, release. Does anybody want to share our counter pose? Anybody want to demonstrate the counter pose? So Jill has beaten Carol again to the punch. This is an unprecedented day. Modified cobra. Up on the forearms, right? Not fish. We haven't done fish in a while. All you need to do is bring the forearms, lay the head back, and breathe into that thyroid and parathyroid gland of the throat, which regulates your metabolism. Last pose of the day. And I'm hoping, let's give me about 7 or 8 more deep breaths. As you begin to finish, if your body needs you to hug the knees in or do arch pose, if your spine wants some more attention, don't deny it. Otherwise, make yourself ready for the most important pose in all of yoga, your final resting pose. Great job today. As you slowly awaken to your brand new knees, right? Everybody has brand new knees now from all those squats. Take all the time you need. Stretch out any way that works best for your knees. Eventually make your way up to a comfortable seated position. So well done. I taught that class first time last night. It was a little awkward because it's a brand new class, right? Just put it together. But now that I've done it enough, it's a nice, smooth, flowing class. Let's bring our hands together near the heart center. Thank you all, as always, for such a terrific effort in sharing your practice today with me and with each other. Today's close is from Plato. The greatest wealth is to be content with little. I hope the rest of your day is simply astonishing. Namaste. You're welcome, Jill. Good to see you again after being away for so long.